Just days before Wimbledon, one of tennis' most exciting young stars has suddenly found himself at the center of a growing fitness concern. Everything seemed to be going according to plan for Joao Fonseca. The Brazilian sensation had been building momentum on grass, gaining valuable match experience, and preparing for what many believed could be another breakthrough moment on one of tennis' biggest stages. Then, out of nowhere, everything changed. A last-minute withdrawal from the Eastbourne Open has left fans asking one big question. Is Joao Fonseca truly ready for Wimbledon? Then came the announcement. Fonseca revealed that he had been experiencing slight discomfort in his right shoulder. Together with his team, he decided not to take any risks and withdrew from Eastbourne as a precautionary measure. His message was calm and reassuring. The goal, he explained, was simple: arrive at Wimbledon in the best possible condition. On the surface, that sounds like smart planning. After all, many players choose caution when dealing with minor physical issues before a major tournament. But in professional tennis, especially right before a Grand Slam, even the smallest injury concern can trigger major speculation. The reason is obvious. A shoulder problem is not like a minor blister. That is why tennis fans are paying such close attention to this development. The concern is amplified by Fonseca's remarkable rise over the last year. He is no longer viewed as just another talented teenager. He has become one of the most talked about young players on the ATP Tour. At only 19 years old, he has already established himself as a legitimate threat to experienced opponents. His fearless style, explosive shot making, and ability to perform under pressure have earned him admirers around the world. With every tournament, expectations continue to grow. His current ranking places him comfortably among the seeded players at Wimbledon. That alone speaks volumes about how quickly his career has progressed. Not long ago, many fans were simply discovering his name. Now, he enters major events with genuine expectations attached to him. That is both a compliment and a challenge. When rising stars reach this level, every result receives scrutiny. Every loss becomes a talking point. Every injury concern becomes headline news. That is exactly what is happening now. Interestingly, Fonseca has already shown that he can compete on grass. Last year, he demonstrated flashes of his potential on the surface. While he did not make a deep run in Eastbourne, he impressed many observers with his ability to adapt. His match against Taylor Fritz offered a glimpse into what he could become. Despite the loss, Fonseca displayed the aggressive mindset needed to succeed on grass. He was willing to take risks, attack early, and trust his game against one of the strongest grass court players on tour. Those experiences are valuable. Grass remains the most unique surface in professional tennis. Players often need years to feel comfortable on it. The movement is different. The bounce is different. The tactics are different. Every opportunity to gain experience can accelerate development. That is why missing Eastbourne feels significant. The tournament represented one final chance to sharpen his game before Wimbledon. It was an opportunity to test his serve, build confidence, and fine-tune details against high-level opponents. Instead, Fonseca now faces a different challenge. He must balance recovery with preparation. That balancing act can be difficult. Rest too much, and a player risks losing rhythm. Push too hard, and a minor issue can become something more serious. Finding the perfect middle ground is one of the toughest tasks in professional sports. Fortunately for Fonseca, his public comments suggest optimism rather than panic. There has been no indication of a severe injury. There has been no suggestion that Wimbledon participation is in doubt. If anything, the decision appears designed to prevent a small problem from becoming a larger one. Still, uncertainty remains. Fans know that injuries can be unpredictable. A slight discomfort today can disappear within days, but it can also linger longer than expected. Until Fonseca steps onto the court at Wimbledon and begins serving freely, questions will continue to follow him. Meanwhile, his withdrawal has created ripple effects elsewhere. One of the biggest beneficiaries may be Jack Draper. The British star suddenly finds himself looking at a much more favorable path in Eastbourne. Before Fonseca withdrew, projections suggested a potential semi-final showdown between the two rising talents. It was a matchup many fans would have loved to see. Now, that possibility has disappeared. For Draper, the timing could not be better. Confidence is everything in tennis, and favorable draws can make a significant difference. Every obstacle removed from a player's path increases the opportunity to build momentum. Draper already entered the tournament carrying strong expectations. Playing at home always brings extra attention, but it also brings extra motivation. With one dangerous opponent no longer in the draw, his chances of making a deep run have undoubtedly improved. That reality highlights another fascinating aspect of professional tennis. One player's setback often becomes another player's opportunity. The ATP Tour moves incredibly fast. Draws change. Injuries happen. Unexpected opportunities emerge. Players must constantly adapt. For Fonseca, however, the focus remains squarely on Wimbledon. And that is where the bigger story truly lies. The Brazilian arrives at the All England club carrying enormous excitement. Tennis fans are eager to see how his game translates to the sport's most prestigious tournament. They want to see whether his fearless shot-making can trouble established stars. They want to see whether he can handle the pressure of being one of the most closely watched young players in the draw. Most importantly, they want to see him healthy. Because when Fonseca is healthy, he brings something special to the court. He plays with energy. He plays with confidence. He plays with the belief that he belongs among the best players in the world. That mentality is rare, especially for someone so young. It is one reason why many experts view him as a future contender for the biggest titles in tennis. Of course, Wimbledon presents a unique challenge. Experience matters. Patience matters. The ability to adapt quickly matters. Young players often face a steep learning curve on grass. But Fonseca has already shown a willingness to embrace difficult situations. He has never looked intimidated by reputation or ranking. He competes with a level of self-belief that cannot be taught. That quality could prove extremely important over the next few weeks. As the countdown to Wimbledon continues, the tennis world will be watching closely for updates. Every practice session will attract attention. Every report about his condition will generate discussion. For now, though, there is no reason for panic. The decision to withdraw may simply reflect smart management from a team focused on long-term success rather than short-term risk. In modern tennis, protecting a player's health before a Grand Slam is often the smartest move available. Whether this turns out to be a minor bump in the road or something more significant remains to be seen. What is certain is that Joao Fonseca's Wimbledon journey has become even more intriguing. Can he recover fully in time? Will the extra rest prove beneficial? Or will the missed preparation leave him searching for rhythm when the tournament begins? Those questions will soon be answered. And if there is one thing tennis fans have learned about Joao Fonseca, it is never to underestimate him. The young Brazilian has made a habit of surprising people. Now, with Wimbledon just around the corner, he faces another challenge. The next chapter of his remarkable rise is about to begin, and the entire tennis world will be watching.